Day 8, day 7 in the books. Now we're in day 8. Day 7 was a rough day. Just really low energy throughout this whole fast, and that's fine. My body is using all of that extra energy for healing, and I'm excited to get into the deeper stages of healing. Generally, they say that'll start around 10 to 14 days. But yeah, just overall lethargic. Mind feels pretty clear, not really fazed by anything, but I can't do much physically. I can't, or yesterday rather, we had a Dungeons and Dragons meetup, and I could barely sit in the chair for several hours. I just wanted to lay down and be horizontal, my new favorite position. Yeah, and when I'm horizontal, I'm just meditating, and this sheath of energy just envelops me, and it'll concentrate in certain areas, or it'll just be the whole body, and I'm just practicing my own meditation, vipassana, essentially. Observing the sensations, understanding their impermanence, and just being balanced. I do feel quite balanced mentally. Yeah, finding my groove still in this fast, little by little. Different emotions come up. They say in the ancient texts, the Gospel of the Essene scrolls, the Gospel of Peace, that for every day of water fasting done properly, that takes away a year of the toxic buildup. So yeah, I'm down to year 22, supposedly. And I'm thin right now, but I look fine. One thing I will say is I haven't been exfoliating for the past 7 days, just due to lethargy and not having a dry brush. However, my dry brush came in yesterday, and so today I'm exfoliating, and there's so much dead skin that has accumulated over the past week. I look chalky white. You might even be able to see it flaking off. So yeah, it feels good to exfoliate. My whole body just feels a little more open and less clogged. I started to feel a little clogged up today in my sinuses for the first time, and after some water and dry brushing and blowing some snot out, I feel fine. Yeah, I'm in this for the long haul, so I'm really looking to break down and reconstruct. I'm starting to see that I've been wanting to gain weight for most of my adult life, to put on more muscle, and no matter what I do, how much I eat, I just can't seem to do it. It just all seems to accumulate in my gut, and I'm like the skinny person fat, and I'm seeing now that it's because my digestive system was just messed up. I couldn't assimilate the nutrients to grow in size, and I'm looking forward to repairing my digestive system during this fast to a good extent, and being able to rebuild without the previous walls that were in place. So yeah, that's exciting. Still some, I mean, I said I was mentally pretty balanced and clear, but there's definitely some fog still. It takes energy to think and output thoughts, and I think with my intentions to really heal my body and consequently my mind, I set some strong intentions before. I think that's where my energy's going, and any of these surfacial intentions that I am developing now are trivial compared to the heartfelt intention that I developed before this fast. So it's overriding any of the intentions I'm making now. Yeah. Been getting a lot of sunshine, and that feels wonderful. And just being calm. I just don't have the energy to be as reactive mentally or physically. And it's nice to be in an unreactive state and to kind of experiment with that around people, not feeling like I need to respond to anything unless it's like directly at me, not feeling I need to acknowledge anyone. I can just be in me, and I do notice it. I think some people feel maybe a little discomfort around me, especially those that know I'm doing the fast. I notice people won't look at me. They'll kind of avoid looking at me at times, and that's fine. I am alone doing this. Although a friend is going to be joining me for a couple weeks next week. So we'll be able to commiserate and co-celebrate together. I haven't brushed my teeth at all. And some white stuff was coming out of my gums yesterday, or like building up around my teeth. That was pretty interesting. It was like perfectly white. So yeah, hair's kind of growing back very slowly from when I did the full body shave. Basically, I'm waking up. Whenever I wake up, I'll lay in bed and meditate for at least an hour or so, then listen to some content, usually something inspirational, learn some more things about what I'm doing, and drag my butt out of the tent. It's a process though. I'm like crawling out of the tent. And then I'll just lay in the sun and read or go back to sleep, or I'm just giving myself full permission to listen to this process and give my body the rest it needs. I mean, dude, it's been 30 years and I've had a pretty good diet for the past 7 years, 7-8 years or so, but I just know, like, I just didn't grow up with the best food. I was eating McDonald's and microwave dinners and mac and cheese and this thing and that thing full of preservatives and all sorts of things. And even if just a little of that stuff stayed in my body and was deposited somewhere or affected an organ, I need to face that. I need to allow that to surface and give my body that chance to heal and just feel like a more optimal human, so that I can better serve myself and my own growth and evolution, and in that process contribute to others' growth and evolution, and consequently the whole planet. So yeah, this kind of sucks, not having energy to do things and being lazy. It's definitely not what I'm used to, but it's time to pay the piper. And I'm glad I'm doing it and taking these steps. And every day that I finish is a huge victory, huge victory. And, I'll be honest, I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I'm like, damn, I'm thin. I'm not like skeletal thin, but I've lost probably 6 kilos. What's that, like 13, 14 pounds? And yeah, that's significant. But I'm also learning that the body is infinitely intelligent. Leaner people will lose less weight, and they'll lose the weight up front, and then they'll stabilize. Like, I was listening to a story about a woman who fasted for 21, 26 days. She was 88 pounds. 88 pounds. She lost 8 pounds that fast. Whereas if someone was morbidly obese, they're going to lose a lot more weight. And so what happens is that the toxins are surrounded a lot of the times by our fat to protect our nervous system and other parts of our body. So someone who's very fat who goes on a fast might have an abundance of energy because they are deconstructing those toxins at a different rate than someone who's thinner. And why that is because those toxins they're not as dense. There's more fat to disperse themselves throughout the body. Whereas someone who's thinner, there's much less space for those toxins to disperse themselves. So as a thinner person, those toxins are coming out, man. I mean, I'm feeling it. They're in my bloodstream clearly. I'm pretty deep into ketosis, I think. Pee is looking pretty orange. And yeah, I'm not drinking any of it. I'm not urine fasting like I was kind of in the beginning. And my body's just repulsed by it right now. And so I'm just listening to that. Water it just sounds so good, water. I'm still getting food cravings, especially real rich foods. Like yesterday I was craving lasagna and just real salty, savory foods. My friends had some burritos around me last night, and I was just like, on one hand, I was just, wow, that looks so good. And on the other hand, I was like, oh my gosh, that would take so much energy to get that burrito from my mouth to my butt. And I'm just reevaluating like my decisions on how I eat, what I'm eating, and I'm curious how it affects my habits post-fast. But I do think it's good for me to be around food and to not just like pretend it's not there. And and to have a balance for me between introversion and extroversion. Like, most of my days are spent introverted. I maybe, the most I say is probably on this videos. I'm not saying much at all. And then in the evening, some friends where I'm staying come back and we talk a little bit. Like tonight, I think I'm going to a dinner. I'm not going to be eating, but I'm going to a friend's family dinner. I think we might watch a movie after. But I think that's good for me to, in a way, it normalizes. I think I spoke about this in another video, but it normalizes fasting. I'm not wanting to out myself as someone special, that this is something unique that I'm doing, some special talent, some freakish thing. No, I mean, yeah, I can go out and yeah, I'm gonna be tired and lower energy, but yeah, that's all right. It's okay to be not full on and gung-ho all the time. I can be vulnerable even in these states. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Day 8, folks. It's a big day, big number. All right, much love to you, family, tribe. I know you're out there. Part of these videos are to see who's in the tribe and connect with them. So much love to you. Take it easy. Keep growing and keep showing up.